Hello, everyone. Ryan Woodley says hi. How's it going, Ryan Woodley? Just thought I'd jump on for a few minutes to, well, there's nothing going on at the moment. It's a bit bored, but thought I'd jump on and, if you guys got any questions, make sure you send them through. It's just a Q&A. So if you've got any questions, send them through. If it's footy related, Warriors, NRL, just any type of questions, just send them through into the live chat. Hope everyone's going well this evening. Obviously, this week only 4 games, so it's not really much to talk about at the moment. The Warriors, there's not much news around the Warriors. The NRL, obviously, there's a lot happening, a lot of dramas with COVID and players. So, to forget about that and just come on here and talk about something, just anything you like, if it's Warriors or NRL, send in your questions through. So, there's 2 viewers at the moment, so hello to the 2 viewers joining right now. But if you got any questions, whether it's Warriors or NRL, just send them through and I'll answer them for the best that I can. So, hello to everyone that's joining right now. So, Jack Wolverspoon's joined. Says hello, mate. How's it going, Jack Wolverspoon? Jay Ledger says, do you think another New Zealand team is healthy for the NRL and New Zealand Rugby League? Look, yes, I think it'd be great, but I think it'd be great for the Warriors to have some competition in the NRL. So, I say why not? I mean, it'd be good for the competition, but does New Zealand have enough talent to field a second team? I'm not too sure. What's your thoughts on the Warriors' performance this year? Says Jack Wolverspoon. Look, inconsistent to say the very least. Not great. We've lost some very winnable games. Obviously, the game previously against the Dragons, it was a game we should have won. And the game against Newcastle and the game against Manly as well as the game against Cowboys. But, so far this year has not been a great year for the Warriors. Very inconsistent. And right now, we're struggling and we're sitting in 13th spots. So we need to start getting some wins soon. And this week's a very must-win game because if we lose to Cronulla, I think that is it. That is over for the season. So, I'm struggling at the moment. But, if we can beat the Sharks this week, there's still a chance. But, we have to beat them. Obviously, we have to beat them. And it's going to be a very hard game. So, Mikey Boo 36 says, hey, Warriors, brothers and sisters. How's it going, Mikey Boo 36? But, yes, so to answer your question here, Warriors very inconsistent so far this year. Jack Wolverspoon asks, do you think the Cowboys can beat the Rabbitohs tonight? I don't think so. No, I personally don't think so. But you never know. The Cowboys could possibly do it. But, look, the Rabbitohs should be too good there for the Cowboys. But as I said, last night I didn't think the Raiders would beat the Manly Seagulls, and they went up and got the victory. So, this could possibly be an upset round. It could be an upset round, but, yeah. Hold the Ball says, hey, my bro. Hey, Rugby League community. How's it going, Hold the Ball? How's it going? Good to see you here. But, I just thought I'd just jump on tonight. Look, not really much to discuss in terms of the Warriors at the moment. The news has been very, very quiet this week. It's been a very quiet week in terms of the Warriors. There's a game on Sunday afternoon, as you guys know. But nothing really to talk about. But there's been some NRL news. There's been a lot happening in the NRL in terms of, players breaching COVID, which I personally think is ridiculous. I'm very fed up with seeing players, thinking they're above the law and going out and doing parties and barbecues and, Paul Vaughan, what an idiot he is, what an idiot. And all those Dragons players who went to that party was an absolute joke, it's an absolute joke. As was Jai Arrow, which is recently, Jai Arrow, what a dumb cunt, honestly, stupid idiot, what an idiot Jai Arrow is, It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm not impressed with what the NRL players are doing at the moment. Look, you've got people sitting in lockdown in Sydney, and they can't do anything. But these players go above the rules to do anything they like. It's an absolute joke. So, look, to start off, I'm ranting here, but it's an absolute joke here with what the players are doing. And no wonder why the government cannot trust the NRL, because why we're not going to get crowds back into games for a while because of this, stupid idiots like Jai Arrow, bringing a woman into the bubble, without permission, he's an idiot, he's an absolute idiot. He got a fine for it, but it's an absolute joke. And then you got idiots like Paul Vaughan, and then he comes out and apologises. Look, apology is great, but, is he only doing that for making people feel sorry for him? Look, that's my feeling towards it, but does he deserve a second chance? I don't think he does, in my opinion. So, players need to stop doing it. They need to stop ruining the COVID bubble. It's an absolute joke. Who should the Warriors sign next year? Says Jack Witherspoon. That's a very good question. Now, right now, we've got Sean Johnson coming back to the club next year, which is great. It's awesome. Great to see Sean back at the club. We've really done great with the recruitment lately. I've been very impressed with our recruitment. It's probably the best we've had in terms of recruiting in a long, long time, I believe, because our recruitment in the recent past has been ordinary. But since Peter O'Sullivan's come on board as a recruitment manager, he's done a great job. We've signed Matt Lodge. We've signed Adam Fanua-Blake. We've signed, Ben Murdoch-Masila. We've signed all these good players coming through. In the past, we haven't been able to sign any of these type of players. We've signed Reece Walsh as well. Don't forget, Reece Walsh is there. But I've been very impressed with our recruitment lately, and I'm looking forward to the coming years as a Warriors fan. Hopefully, hopefully we can build on that recruitment into the future. But yeah, I think our Warriors signings have been good so far this year and into next year's. But who should the Warriors sign next year? Look, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one because there's not too many players off contract right now. I think our recruitment's almost there. I think we've almost got a good squad to build on there. So, yeah, to answer your question, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of players which we should get, but a lot of those players aren't on contract, Hold the Ball says players have been warned. Do they not notice what the Warriors have been doing for the last nearly 2 years, potentially 3? You got that absolutely spot on, Hold the Ball. I absolutely agree with your comment there because, you look at what the Warriors have done. What have they done? They've done a lot in terms of this competition. They've been over in Australia for like last year and now into this year. They've really, they've sacrificed so much coming into the NRL season. I know this year has been a lot easier because they've had more time in Australia and they've had a pre-season as well in Australia as well. But, these players that think they can go above the rules in order to think they're better than anyone else, Paul Vaughan is a fuckwit. He's an absolute fuckwit. Sorry for swearing here, guys, but he's an absolute idiot. And before people say, oh, no, he deserves a second chance, he's had so many chances. Last year is a prime example. He's had a few chances. You've also got Jack de Balin, hiding behind a bed, under a bed. What is he doing hiding behind under a bed? I mean, he shouldn't be there. He's been given a chance to return to the NRL, and he's an absolute idiot. That's my opinion on it. I am absolutely frustrated. I'm sick of seeing players go above the rules to think they're better than anyone else. Yeah, man, they should give the Warriors the last 2 points against the Dragons, says Naz Williams. Why not? But will they do it? Absolutely not, because it's the NRL. They will not give any points to the Warriors. That's the way it is. Very frustrating. And the players that get banned, what will they learn? I don't know, because they'll probably go out and do it again. That's the way the NRL is. The players think they're better than anyone else in the competition. There's people out there suffering, sitting there in lockdown, and these idiots just ruin it. But It is frustrating. It's very frustrating. I'm sick of seeing it every time. Jack Waterspoon asks, what's your goal by the end of the year on YouTube? Look, I just want to keep improving my content as much as possible. That's the main thing. And right now, look, I'd love to get to 1K subscribers in the future, but, it's all about improving the content. So to answer your question there, Jack Waterspoon, massive goal, obviously, is to get 1K subs in the future, but, right now it's just to keep improving my content. So, the subscribers will come. I'm not going to stress about the subscribers, because at the end of the day, it's about improving the content, and if people like the content, they'll subscribe. So, yeah, that's my answer to your question there. But still hopeful Mount Smart Stadium, says Naz Williams. Look, right now, who knows? The COVID-19 situation, it's not getting any better. Now you look at Sydney. Sydney's going for a tough period at the moment. They're in lockdown, so my thoughts go out to the people of Sydney, and hope you're staying safe and following the protocols there. You got to follow the protocols and wear your mask and all that. But Sydney's going through lockdown at the moment. Queensland have had a lockdown last week here in Queensland for 3 days, but nothing worse compared to Sydney, because you're going through a lockdown period at the moment. So I'm not sure about the Mount Smart game. It's, who knows? Who really knows? Should we chase Paul Vaughan? Says K. Richmond. No, I don't think so. I personally wouldn't sign him, to be fair. Good player, but no. I personally think if you look at what he's done right now, he's breached a lot of rules, and I don't think we need that sort of person at the club. So, no, definitely not. Jack Waterspoon asks, are you the host of the Breakdown podcast for next week with Nick? I'm not too sure, Jack Waterspoon. We'll have to see what happens there with Nick. Nick will know the answer to that one, but I'm not sure. I'm not too sure there. But yeah, guys, if you got any questions, keep sending them through, whether it's footy, Warriors related, NR related, I'll answer them. So send in your questions through to the live comments in the comment section below, live comment section. Welcome to the people who have just joined. But yeah, I thought I'd just jump on here for a few minutes. It won't be too long, because I've got other things to do. But thought I'd just jump on for a few minutes, because right now there's no games on, and there's only 4 games this week, so not much to really do right now. But if you've got any questions, just send them through. Do you play NRL fantasy, bro? No, I don't play NRL fantasy, but I do play NRL tipping. So no to that answer there, K. Richmond. Naz Williams asked, Lodge did way worse than Vaughan, though. Yeah, he has done, but it's still breaking the rules. I don't care what people say. If you break the rules, you shouldn't be playing. In my opinion, you shouldn't be having a contract. I mean, no matter how many chances you get, you shouldn't be in the game. Did you watch Steve Price on the Ruined Hammer? Says Mikey Boo. Yes, I did watch that interview the other day, and it was an awesome interview. It was a great chat. And yeah, what a legend Steve Price is. He's an awesome player, and one of my favourite Warriors players in the past. So, yeah, I did watch the interview. It was a great interview. So, it was just a great chat, just what he had to say. And I do recommend, if you guys haven't seen it already, go check out The Ruined Hammer on YouTube, on Facebook. Well, the interview is on Facebook, so go check it out. If you guys haven't seen it already, go give the Legends Ruined Hammer a follow as well. They're great friends of mine, so yeah, go check them out. So yeah, it was a great interview, actually, very great interview. Do you think the Warriors made a mistake signing Chad Townsend? Look, it's hard to say something off one game, but right now I'm going to say no. I'm going to be honest. Yes, he made a bad choice due to the field goal, but I don't think so. No, it's just one game. Can't read anything into it, Jack. Witherspoon, I don't think so. Jack Witherspoon, do you think the Warriors... No, I've already read that question. Why am I reading that question? I've already read that question. Sorry, guys. Don't know why I'm repeating myself there. How many years have you been making videos on YouTube? Well, since last year. I've only just been on the YouTube scene. So, yeah, last year, April was the time when I started this channel, since lockdown, when the NRL went into lockdown. So, yeah, last year. So, I'd say so far the channel's done all right. Actually, has done an all right job, but there's still some challenges when I do this channel. But because the Warriors are struggling, people don't want to watch my content, which is fine enough. I understand that because fair enough. People they when we win, obviously you're going to watch people's content, but when you lose, it's hard to watch people's content. So I truly understand that, but. I'll just keep working and keep trying to improve the content as best for you guys as possible, so I can, get people, interested. Jack Witherspoon asks, do you live in Australia? Yes, I do, Jack Witherspoon, I do. Chad was then relentless, showed some guts, his Mikey Boo 36. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, besides that one moment, I think he probably would have liked that moment a bit better, but who knows? We shall see what happens when he comes back into the side. He's injured this week. So we'll see how he goes in the next couple of weeks when he's back in the side and see what he can learn off that moment that he should not have went through. But Chad's shoulder was fucked. Apparently he played it out. Not as soft as he looks, says Naz Williams. Yeah, man, let's be honest. It looked like he was playing with an injury at the start of the game, to be fair. So... Can't criticize him too much. Besides that one moment, obviously, because that was a key moment in the game. But let's hope that Sunday afternoon we can take our key moments a lot better. Because the frustrating thing is, as a Warriors fan, this season we've had so many close games. I've said it a lot. I've said it so many times this year. Too many close games we've lost, and we've lost crucial points. So, yeah. Nick is doing well on YouTube at the moment, says Jack Witherspoon. Yes, Nick's doing a great job. He's a great friend of the channel. Great mate. Good on Nick, because he's doing an awesome job, Good to see. It's very good to see, he's come a long way. So, yeah, he's doing very well, actually. Doing very well. Kay Richmond asks, who do you think should be the new clubs into the NRL, I believe. NRL example is the Wellington Orchids. You know what? I would love to see another NRL team. I would love to see a New Zealand team in the NRL. I'd love to see it. But my big question mark is the New Zealand talent enough to have another NRL team? Is it enough? Now, yes, we've got a lot of good players, coming forward in the NRL. Yes, we do. But is it enough to get through into the NRL? I don't know, because, you've got the Warriors, the Warriors... Over the years, we've been in the comp 26 years now, 26 years, going to 26 years in the competition. And I think it'd be great. It'd be great to have another team compete with the Warriors. But if there is another team into the NRL, where should we have it? I personally think we should have it, Wellington would be not a bad option. Christchurch wouldn't be a bad option, There's places like that I reckon would be not a bad option, in my opinion. So maybe Wellington, Christchurch. I'm trying to think now. Probably, I'm not sure about Dunedin. Maybe there's other places, But Wellington's a good option there, because Wellington's the capital. So, do you think the NRL will make another Brisbane team, says Jack Witherspoon? Yes, I do. I think the Redcliffe Dolphins should come in. I think, they wouldn't do such a bad job, actually. So I personally think if you're going to have another NRL team from Queensland, from Brisbane, for me it would be the Redcliffe Dolphins. But, yeah. Would have to call them the Auckland Warriors again if another New Zealand team, says Mikey Boo 36. Yes, definitely. The Warriors probably will go back to the Auckland name, because they wouldn't want two teams called the New Zealand Warriors, which would make more sense, to be fair. So, yeah, probably likely if that happens. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. I really don't. I don't see them bringing in another New Zealand team. The only team I could see possibly happen is another Queensland team. So, and the other Queensland team I could see is the Redcliffe Dolphins. Who else have I answered yet? I'm just going through the questions and comments, guys. Just bear with me. Naz Williams asked, why don't the Warriors have cheerleaders? I don't know. I'm not too sure how to answer that question. I don't really know, to be honest. Mikey Boo 36 asks, any news on JTB? Look, right now, JTB, Jermaine Tanoa Brown, look, I'm not so sure, but, what I've heard is some rumours around, potentially signing the Dragons on a loan deal. It's not been confirmed yet. The Warriors haven't said anything. The Dragons haven't said anything. But right now, there's rumours around him joining the Dragons for the rest of the year. So I'm not too sure how true that is, but that's just a rumour at this stage. Mikey Boo 36. So to answer your question there, look, I don't know, but I personally think, it wouldn't be a bad thing for him to go to the Dragons, get some game time because he's not getting any game time here at the Warriors, but even also to help him improve his game. So, Daniel Bates this morning. Hope you're well, legend. Thanks, Daniel Bates. How's it going, mate? I hope you're well too. Daniel Bates says here, I'm a Mo now. Yes, you are a Mo, Daniel Bates. Naz Williams asks, I hope they don't let Brown go for good. Bad mood if they do. I'm not too sure what you're talking about there. If you're talking about Dylan Brown, please elaborate on your comment there because I don't know what you really mean there, Naz Williams. But yes, hope you're well, Daniel Bate. Hope you're going well. One of my biggest viewers of the channel from England. So hope it's all going well up there in England, in the UK. I'm not too sure if you're a big football fan, but obviously they'll be on a high at the moment, the English people over there, due to the football result. JTB. I hope they don't let JTB go for good, bad move if they do. Look, I don't know. Look, JTB's had a pretty quiet year, to be honest. So I don't know what to say about that one personally, but he's a good young player, but, I think he's still got a bit of work to do. But, yes, so Daniel Bates joined. So, Daniel, if you've got a question, make sure you put it through. Jack Wolverspoon says, goodbye, mate. Have a good night. See you, Jack Wolverspoon. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Mikey Boo 36 asks, how many games to win to stay in contention? Look, I think we need to win almost every game, to be fair. Look, I personally don't see us beating Penrith, beating South Sydney. I don't see us winning those two games. And I'd love to be proven wrong here, but South Sydney Rabbitohs and Penrith will be a tall order to beat. So I reckon we'll need to win the next 7 games, to be fair, to stay in contention. So it starts off this week. If we lose to Cronulla Sharks, I don't think we'll make it, to be fair, but yeah, probably 7 games to answer your question then, Mikey Boost 36. Naz Williams says he's still young and going to be up there for the future. Yeah, he is still young. Look, I think, last year, is probably a good year for him in terms of his rookie season. Also we saw Elias Katoa had a pretty good game as well. Ilya Katoa, sorry if I've said that wrong. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Apologies for that. But, yeah, Katoa had a good year last year. Jermaine Tanoa Brown had a good year last year. So, yeah, both of those players had good years last year. So, Jermaine Tanoa Brown hasn't had his best year, to be fair. But, yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I think it'd be best if he goes to Dragons, learn, and then come back next year. But that's just my opinion on it. The Warriors should have kept. I don't know what you mean by that comment. Please explain. Thank you. Please explain your comment. Thanks. I'm not too sure what you mean there. Daniel Bates says, all good, mate, just doing what's needed. No interest in soccer anymore. They can do one, mate. League trumps the game many times over. Yeah, good to hear, Daniel Bates. Look, I don't mind the football, actually. I don't mind it whatsoever. I do follow it, but fair enough. I mean, you've got your own interests. I like almost every sport. I don't mind, all sorts of sports. I'm a big sports fan. So, yeah, I mean, not too interested in soccer. Fair enough. I understand. Patrick Nan is joined. How's it going, Patrick Nan? I really hope the Warriors can play the Mount Smart game this year. I do so too. I really hope so. But right now, the situation with the COVID, I am not too sure. I am not confident whatsoever that it will go ahead. But hopefully, because, people in New Zealand deserve to see the Warriors live at home. They haven't been able to see their team in a long, long time. So, you know what? I wish I was there too, because if I was in Auckland, I'd definitely be going. I'd definitely be going to that game. So, yeah, I really hope so, Patrick Ned. I really do. Mikey Boo 36 says, so do or die from now. Yes, definitely do or die. It is must-win situation now. It's been must situation for the last couple of weeks, and I'll say it here. And unfortunately, it might sound negative, but it is my take on it. If the Warriors do not win the game on Sunday afternoon, put a line through them, season's over. That's all I've got to say. I'm not even going to mention can they make the finals again. Can they make the finals? I did a video this week, can they make the finals? And I'm going to stick with my prediction that they can make it. But if they don't win this week, they have to think about next year, because it is all over. For me, it is all over, unfortunately. But I love to be positive here and say, they can still make it even if they lose to the Sharks, which is not likely. It's not likely if they lose to the Sharks that their season's still alive, because they have to win every game from here on. They have to win on Sunday, then possibly they can still make it. That's what I'm going to say. So if people think I'm being negative here, which fair enough, but that's just how I feel. That's been me being realistic on our finals hopes. That's me being realistic. And, realistic. You got to be realistic at the end of the day. So, but yes, so if you guys got any more questions, just keep sending them through. Obviously, I plan to come on here, for not too long, so just a couple more minutes. But yeah, so just going through you guys' comments, so be a bit patient here, guys. So I rock you one day 879 says, how many games have the Warriors lost by 1 point this year? 4 or 3? Look, from my memory, I think it's a couple games now we've lost due to 1 points this year. I think it's probably I'm going to say around 3 or 4, but I'll say 3. So I could be wrong here, but from my memory, it's 3. So you guys can, if you guys know this, you can let me know in the comment section below. But I believe it's 3. So we've lost a lot of them this year, and it's really frustrating. Daniel Bate asks, can Queensland get some positivity back in the final game? New South Wales looks so powerful just now, so much strike they have. Look, I'm expecting Queensland to be a little better in the next game. Now, can they win it? I personally am not so sure. Will they win it? I don't know, because the Queensland Maroons, First 2 games, absolutely diabolical, dreadful all around the park, Queensland. New South Wales, this too many superstars. They just have too many superstars. Now, can they get some pride back in the jersey on Wednesday night next week? I don't think so, but with Kalen Ponga there back, might add a much better spark to the attack for Queensland. Then you've got Hammer as well playing his first game. So, look, New South Wales will be favourites. Obviously, they're in Newcastle. So, I think Queensland can do a little bit of a better job, but, I'm still expecting New South Wales, to still win the game. So, obviously, I'm still cheering for the Queensland Maroons, and I hope they get up. But head over heart here, I think New South Wales probably still win. But fingers are crossed. It's a much closer game. Hopefully, Queensland can put on a better performance. So, yeah. Patrick Nann says, can't wait for Origin Newcastle. It's going to be a great atmosphere. They love their footy in Newcastle. Yes, it's great to see the Origin up there in Newcastle. It's great to see because obviously we've got Origin in Sydney. We've had Origin, we've had 2 games in Queensland this year. So, why not, have it in Newcastle? It's just great for the people in Newcastle to get to see their Origin. Mikey Boo 36 asks, what's your thoughts on last night's game? Yeah, look, let's be honest. Very surprised by the result. Now, probably expecting, the Manly Seagulls to win that rather comfortably last night. I tipped them in my tipping video. So, look, I was wrong, obviously, but Raiders, good performance by them. So, Manly missing a lot of key players. But, Manly just made too many errors. That let them down. And, Manly shouldn't worry too much. At the end of the day, they'll still be up there in the finals at the end of the year. So, one-off game for them. One-off bad game for Manly. But also for credit to the Raiders, good performance by them. So, yeah, I think they were great. So, Manly, not so great, but they'll come back. They'll bounce back in the next game. We missed DCE more than Turbo last night, says Patrick Nan. Yeah, definitely. You could argue the case there, but, Manly, they, look, before people say they're a one-man team, which I think is ridiculous, people criticising them, saying they're a one-man team, which I don't think they are. Manly have won before without Tommy Trbojevic, so the one-man team, there's no such thing as a one-man team at the end of the day. People say there is, but, it's a one-off game, Manly, There's nothing, I'm not a Manly fan here, but personally, I think the people giving them stick saying, oh, you missed Tommy Trbojevic, oh, you missed Cherry Evans. At the end of the day, Manly have players on the field that they have, and I don't think, they would be too stressed about the result. I don't think they would be because they're still sitting inside that top 8 spot. So, yeah, I don't know. I personally think they did miss Cherry Evans last night, but, at the end of the day, they made a lot of errors themselves. So, Daniel Bates says, even if Queensland don't win, if they stay in the game to the end, they will get some pride back. Possibly, if they stay in the game for the first 20 minutes. That is the big question. Can they stay in the game for 20 minutes? Massive question. Can they stop Tommy Trbojevic? Can they stop, all those great superstar New South Wales players? Obviously, New South Wales don't have Nathan Cleary. They don't have Luai. They've got Mitchell Moses and Jack White in the halves, which is very, very interesting. I'm very interested to see how Mitchell Moses goes for New South Wales. Obviously, there's a lot of people that aren't fans of Mitchell Moses, which is fair enough. I don't mind him as a player, but obviously there's some situations there where he hasn't stood up in big moments in his career so far. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes for New South Wales this week, for New South Wales next Wednesday night. So, Do you think Cody will stay 2022? Does not sound like he wants to be away. Does not sound like he wants to be away from Aussie. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he'll stay in Australia. I believe he'll sign with the Gold Coast Titans. That's where I think he'll go next year. So no, I don't see him staying. I just don't see him staying, to be fair. We need Brandon Smith. No, we don't. Not right now. Sorry, we don't need him. I think those Warriors fans who keep talking about Brandon Smith, he's not going to come. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic. He ain't going to sign with the Warriors. He's already said he wouldn't sign with the Warriors. So, no, we don't need Brandon Smith, in my opinion. We don't need him right now. I think, the player that I really wanted to see sign was Ryan, Starling from the Canberra Raiders. He's a pretty good player, that hooker from the Canberra Raiders. Forgot his first name, but his name's Starling. So, no, we don't need Brandon Smith, in my opinion. We need a hooker with speed. It's not all about speed, mate. It's not all about speed, but it's your opinion. It's fine, understandable. But I'm sick of seeing people say we need Brandon Smith because that is not realistic. We ain't going to get him. He's already said we're not going to sign him, He's already said he doesn't want to come to the Warriors. So why should we sign someone that doesn't want to come to the club? Just being honest here. But I like Brandon Smith. I'm a big fan of Brandon Smith. He's great. He's an awesome player. But we don't need Brandon Smith, in my opinion. We don't need him. Just what I think. But that's fine. You guys will probably disagree with me there. Skids is asked, what do you think? Sorry if I said that name wrong. If it's Skids, let me know. But what do you think it will take for us to win a premiership in the next 3 to 5 years? Consistency. That's the big question. It's a big thing we need to improve on. It's consistency, and we haven't had that for many years. So that's what we need, We need consistency to get us there. But it all depends on what the coaching staff do. It all depends on how the players respond, because we are building a good team. There's no excuses. We're building a good team to be a top 4 team for the next couple of years. That's my opinion on it. But consistency is what we need in the next 3 to 5 years. George Investos says, yo, how's it going, George Investos? How are you going? Yes, Starling is good. Yes, he's a good player. But unfortunately, probably too late, because, he's probably going to get re-signed anyways. Or I believe he is re-signed. I'm not so sure. But, yeah. Cool stuff. Ask your thoughts on if the World Cup goes ahead. I read that it may go ahead without players from Australia and New Zealand. They pick New Zealand and Aussie teams from players based in England. Yeah, that's very interesting, actually. Very, very interesting. And now, you know how I am, how I feel on the international game, for those of you who have watched my recent videos. And for those of you have seen Hold the Ball, and I did a chat on his channel about international footy. If you guys haven't seen it already, go check that out. It's an old video, but go check it out, his channel. Now, I talk how much I'm a big fan of the international game, and I would love to see the International Rugby League game grow. Now, State of Origin takes a huge priority over international footy. And look, if the World Cup goes ahead, I'm not too sure if it will go ahead. Now, I hope it does. Now, there's all positive thoughts over there in England, that from what I've heard, from what I've chatted to some people over there, that it is going ahead. It is going ahead, the World Cup in England. So fingers crossed for that. But yeah, to answer your question there, cool stuff, I don't know what the situation there was with players in Australia and New Zealand. So look, I hope players are made available for it. So we'll just see what happens. But to answer your question fully, I'm not too sure about the eligibility of players there. So Naz Williams asked, anyone know if the head coach salary is under the salary cap or separate? I assume separate if the coach chucks some massive money at Bellamy. Naz Williams, look, Craig Bellamy's a great coach. I love Craig Bellamy, but he ain't going to come to the Warriors, let's be honest. And the Warriors are so positive on Nathan Brown. They really rate him highly, and I don't see that changing. So, No, I don't see Craig Bellamy leaving. I don't see him leaving to head to some other team. I think he'll stay in Melbourne. Look, personally, for me, I think he'll stay in Melbourne. Cool Stuff says the English government are waiting to have the World Cup. I really want it to. Yes, definitely. I mean, who knows? Who really knows, to be honest, at this stage? Because, they've hardly said anything. Let's be fair. They've hardly said anything. If you were at the Bulldogs, would you swap Hopewadi for Duffy, like the rumours are suggesting, says Georgios and Bastos? Look, no, because, be honest here, I am not really. Look, Duffy, you know what? We've got a fullback. We don't need a fullback. So, no, I would not. I definitely not want Duffy right now. No. So, maybe a couple of months ago, I would have said yes, but with Reece Walsh now, we don't need another fullback. So, no, definitely not. No, I don't think Craig will fix the culture. Give Nathan a few years. Who knows? Who really knows? No, I'm not a big Nathan Brown fan, but we shall see. Give him some time, and that's what everyone should be doing. Give him some time, because let's look at Nathan Cleary. He didn't make a big difference coming in straight away, so give him some time, I say. But each to their own. Everyone's got different views on that. Who do you think will play in the grand final this year? I think the Panthers versus the Storm. Yes, I do agree with you. They're cool stuff. I think definitely Penrith and the Melbourne Storm, they're cut above the competition right now. But I'll not be ruling out some like South Sydney Rabbitohs. They could potentially cause an upset there. It could make the grand final. But right now, obviously for me, it's Penrith and Melbourne. I do agree with you. They're cool stuff on your comment. So I'll say the Panthers and the Storm right now, those are the two teams cut above the rest of the competition. And, there's a massive gap there. So, Georgian Bessel says, no, I'm not saying the Warriors keep Duffy. I'm saying for the Bulldogs to swap Hopewadi for Duffy. Well, it would be an upgrade. Definitely, it would be an upgrade. Georgian Bastos, definitely. But, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad upgrade, actually, but the thing with Duffy is there's quite a few things in his game which he needs to fix. So good player, great player, fast, quick, but Duffy's got a few issues in his game he needs to sort out. So I think it wouldn't be a bad swap, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one, but Cool Stuff says, loves this channel, mate. Keep up the great work. Thanks for your support there, Cool Stuff. Appreciate the comment. Thanks for also watching, thanks for watching the live stream as well. So, appreciate the support. The Ruined Hammer said Duffy is garbage, awful defender. Yeah, exactly right there, Ruined Hammer. Exactly right. Not too big of a fan of his defensive game. So, yes, he's a great attacking player, fast, but defensively, he's not great. So, I do agree with you there, Ruin Hammer, on your comment. But yeah, thanks for actually coming in and watching and for your comment there. I do agree with you there. Hopewadi ain't been the same since he came back from his Mormon mission, says Naz Williams. Yeah, he hasn't been too great, to be fair. I'm not a big fan of Will Hopewadi. He's a solid player, but he's nothing flash, to be fair. So he's nothing but solid, in my opinion. I just don't think he's one of the greatest players. But, yeah, I mean, look, since he's come back from his Mormon mission, probably not great. Duffy is not bad. He can do anything but defend, says Georgios and Bastos. Yeah, definitely. I mean, his defense is not great. Thoughts on Wade Egan, says Zach Munro or something. Sorry if I've said that wrong. Yeah, I mean, look, Wade Egan's been great this year. I mean, I've been impressed with Wade Egan, and he's improved me a lot. He's proved me very wrong, actually. I've had my doubts over Wade Egan. I've had my doubts, and I know a lot of people have had their doubts on Wade Egan also. So, I think he's had a pretty good season. He's done his job. He's come in and done his job, Wade Egan. So, obviously he's been a starting hooker for a very long time. I think, since the start of the season, he's been a starting hooker. So I think he's done a pretty good job, actually. I've been very impressed with Wade Egan. I think probably his best season this year, to be honest. I think he's my most improved player this year for the Warriors. So, if he didn't have too many injuries, he's had some injuries, Wade Egan, but, if he didn't have too many injuries, I reckon he'd wouldn't be too far off, Maybe I'd say this might be a big call, but I might be saying here, but he'd be a top 6 hooker or somewhere a top 10 hooker for me right now. So, yeah, I think he's had a great season, to be fair. Ruin Hammer says, all good, bro. Happy to support our Warriors whānau, bro. Cheers for that. Always appreciate the support from the Ruin Hammer, and, I support their content very much so too. So, we're all great family here, Warriors family, as the Ruin Hammer said here. So, hopefully, the Warriors Titans game at round 25, we'll get crowds there, and hopefully this COVID situation goes away, because, it's very frustrating, because people in Sydney, they're stuck in lockdown. They want to go and watch games, and unfortunately there's people that have to ruin it, not listen to the rules. And, hopefully soon, we'll see some crowds back in the NRL as well. And also, hopefully normality returns for those people up there in Sydney. So, yeah, big shout out to those people in Sydney. Hopefully they stay safe and, listen to the COVID rules and wear your masks and all that. So, this is Wade Egan's first season as an 80-minute hooker. Last season, he shared the role with Mad Dog Lawton, and when he was at Penrith, he was a bench player. Yeah, he was actually very, when he signed with Penrith, I wasn't so sure about the signing. There's a lot of talk around him. He played a lot of under-20s Penrith and played New South Wales Cup, I believe, as well. So, look, last season, I don't think it was his greatest year, to be fair, and I had my doubts heading into the off-season this year, but, boy, he's proven me wrong. He's proven a lot of Warriors fans wrong, and, I think he deserves, to stay in that starting role for a bit now, because, look, I had my doubts, but he's proven a lot of people wrong and myself. So it's great to see Wade Egan do that, because, you know what, as a fan, you're going to have some doubts over some players, but you also got to support the player as well, and, show your support for the player and hope they prove you wrong, because happy to be proven wrong. I'm very happy to be proven wrong, and good. It's great to see Wade Egan's showing that improvement in his game. So, what can you say? I think he's had a great season, Wade Egan. I really do. I think last week he didn't play too badly as well. I think he was one of our standout players as well. With Katoa, as well as Adam Fanua-Blake. He's even had a not too bad game last week as well, but I think Wade Egan was one of our best players as well last week. So, yeah, I think he's done a great job, actually. And I think he's stood out since, Cole Lawton left the club, which is unfortunate, because I'm a big fan of Cole Lawton. I'd love to see him stay at the club, but, other opportunities arise, and he's at Manly now, and he's doing a pretty solid job up there at the Manly Seagulls. So, would love to have kept Cole Lawton at the club, obviously, but it is what it is. Players can't stay forever, and that's what it is. So, cool stuff. Us, who do you think will finish in the top 8 this year? Well, right now it is looking likely that the top 4 will stay the same. You'll see Penrith at the top of the table. I believe Penrith will be somewhere near the minor premiership. Then you've got Melbourne, Storm, they'll be second. South Sydney Rabbitohs will probably be third. And then you've got this 4th spot, which I think right now we'll probably see Parramatta, Manly fighting it out, but I think Parramatta will just edge it over Manly for that 4th spot. And the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th spot is very interesting. Now you got, Manly will probably finish 5th. I believe Manly will finish 5th ahead behind the Parramatta Eels. I think Parramatta will finish 4th. And in the 6th, 7th, and 8th spot, I'm not too sure. It's a hard one to say right now because no team's gaining any consistency. You've got Newcastle Knights that could potentially fill in that spot in the top 8. With Kalen Ponga back, they've got Mitchell Pearce. Newcastle, I think they're a good chance to jump inside the top 8. So probably Newcastle, I think they will probably make it inside that top 8 spot. The other positions, I'm not too sure. Warriors, who knows? They could definitely make it, but they'll have to start winning this week, obviously on Sunday. But I really don't know. I don't know about the other positions in the 8. It's a hard one to say. It's a really hard one to say because no team's gaining any consistency right now. And the Dragons, look, they were looking likely to make the top 8, but they've got issues for themselves right now with the players breaking COVID rules, which is ridiculous. And then you've got, other teams as well that it's hard to get a read on. Canberra Raiders, could they make it? I don't know, but who knows? Who knows, really? Who knows, to be fair? Georgios Ambassadors asks, how much do you rate Sean O'Sullivan? Look, Sean O'Sullivan is a replacement player, let's be honest. He's a replacement player. I personally don't think he's done too well. I mean, look, maybe to be fair to him, doesn't get too many opportunities, but the last couple of games, I believe Sean O'Sullivan hasn't done too much to show that he wants to stay in that starting lineup. So, yeah, it's a hard one because I think Sean O'Sullivan, he's come in, his dad is obviously the recruitment manager. It's Peter O'Sullivan, our recruitment manager. So, there's a family relationship there, background, obviously. But Sean O'Sullivan, for me, the last 2 weeks has been a little bit disappointing, hasn't been able to step up and deliver moments, for us. Our halves are a bit of an issue. It's a massive issue. Chad Townsend come in last week, had that moment where he should have gone for the field goal, which was, the wrong option at the time because it broke the momentum that we had and the momentum that it took to the Dragons to get back in the game. So I think the halves are still a bit of an issue, and this is why we're bringing Sean Johnson to the club next year, for that leadership, for that composure in the halves. That's something we're lacking. The Samoan metalhead Egan is underrated. Yes, I definitely do agree with you there. He is very, very underrated. He's having a very good season, like I said many times in the stream already. But yes, he is underrated. He's doing a very good job. So, yeah, I do think, it's probably one of his best seasons he's had at the Warriors. Ruin Hammer says, I thought O'Sullivan was good last week. The back end of that game last week was awful, but the 70 minutes prior, I thought O'Sullivan was good. Trying to split my words out there, but yeah, fair comment there. Ruin Hammer, fair comment there. Yeah, I mean, I might have a different opinion to us on that one, but yeah, fair point there. And I do agree on the back end of the game. That was very awful. I mean, it's just not good enough. We should have done much better in that moment because, up 18-6, why would we go for a field goal at that time of the game? I hope we've learned from that this week. I really do. I hope Sunday afternoon, when we get into that situation, we actually learn from the situation because, that is the issue. That is the issue. We have to learn from the moment we've done that because there's so many moments this year where we've not learned from it. We've not learned from those crucial moments because, they break the momentum down. The other team gets the momentum and, from there on, obviously they get the confidence. But, yeah, I do agree, the back end of that game last week wasn't great. It's pretty awful, actually, very awful indeed. So I hope we can improve on that come Sunday if we do get ourselves in another tight game against Cronulla, which I do believe we will get ourselves in another close one. I think it'll be another close game. Kurt Manchester United fan Australia says, hello, bro. How's it going, Kurt? Manchester United fan Australia. Thoughts on the rumours that Milford's the Souths? Oh, really? I haven't heard that one, George Ambessos. I haven't heard that rumour. And rumours are rumours at the stage, so I don't know what to say about that one. But look, I don't rate Milford very well. I don't really rate him as a player, to be fair. I mean, I just think he's not worth the price tag. I think Brisbane paid him too much. So if he goes to South Sydney, I'm a bit surprised by that. Actually, I'm really surprised if he goes to South Sydney there. I'll be very surprised on that one. The Samoan metalhead says Sean Johnson was bought to mentor our young halves. CHT also brings that game management we've been lacking this year. CHT will go with Sean Johnson by his side. If Nicarima stays, he will go to 14. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's going to be great, for CHT for the future. I think have Sean Johnson back at the club will help him, just give him that guidance that he needs. If you guys haven't seen it already, I do recommend you go check it out. CHT's got a blog. He's got a blog up, and he talks about a lot of things. It's not, it doesn't go fully into footy. He talks about other things and how last year went for him. So yeah, I do recommend you go check out that blog. It's simplelessons.com. So I'll put a link in the comments. But yeah, go check that out. He did a blog, so it is a great blog and it's a great read. Go check out his blog. So, Manchester United fan Australia says, "I'm going good, bro. That's good to hear." Just trying to read your comments, guys. Bear with me. Warriors NRF Phoenix. Hey man, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing well, Jeffrey. Thanks for coming in. Can you link that blog? Yeah, sure, I will. I'll put it in the comments section below. Just yeah, I'll make sure to put it in the link and put a link in the comments for the blog. So yeah, I do recommend you go check that out. Chanel Harris Tavita's blog there. It's a very good read. It's a very interesting read, and a lot of serious thoughts, and it's just a great read. So I recommend you go check it out. Do you think the Warriors management are doing a good job? Oh, this is a very tough one to answer, and I've got to be honest here. But look, I think they're doing okay with what they've got at the moment. But just got to give them some time. And Nathan Brown. Look, I'm not as big as fan, to be fair, when he got appointed as coach, and he has built some good teams. He built Newcastle. He signed some good players like Kalen Ponga, but he's a building coach, and it all remains to be seen. But obviously, this year, hasn't been an easy year for Nathan Brown. But I'd give him some time, and we'll see how he goes in the next couple of years. I think it's too early to judge him right now, and it's too early to judge the management right now because it's a new management there at the club. So I would say that right now, I'm willing to give it time. I'm willing to give it time, and if the next couple of years don't improve for the club, obviously, the club will probably get in the different direction there. So right now, the club have positive thoughts on Nathan Brown. So, who knows? Who really knows, to be fair? Who really knows? I think, he could do a good job in the next couple of years. Who knows? Because, the Warriors' best coach for me was Nathan Cleary. Ivan Cleary, not Nathan Cleary. Sorry, not the player. Ivan Cleary. He was our best coach ever. Daniel Anderson as well. So, we shall see. We shall see. I'm not a big fan of Nathan Brown, but I'm willing to give him a bit of time. Actually, willing to give him a bit of time. Manchester United fan Australia asked, "Do you think Seagulls are going heavy repairs at the stadium last night, bro?" I'm not too sure what you mean there. Or do you mean the stadium? I'm not too sure what you mean there. Sorry. Can you level on the comment, please? Georgia Ambassador asks, "Were you born in New Zealand or Australia?" Yeah, I was born in New Zealand, but lived in Australia for 9 to 10 years now. So, yes, proud-born Kiwi, proud-born Warriors fan, proud-born Kiwi fan, always a Kiwi through and through. So yeah, I'm a New Zealander, but I've been living in Australia for 9 to 10 years. So that's to answer your question. The Samoan metalhead says Townsend's out for an AC joint injury, has been seen in a sling. Oh wow, really? No, that's a shame. Hope he has a speedy recovery. But yeah, that's disappointing to hear. But yes, so guys, I've been going on for 1 hour now, so I was only being on here for a few minutes, but yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, for watching the live Rugby League Warriors NRL Q&A. Thanks for guys for watching this live stream. But yeah, I mean, appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate the support, and yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Also, make sure you're liking the stream as well. And thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Sunday for another video. See you on Sunday for another video, which will be my review of the Warriors versus the gosh, I keep forgetting now. Yeah, we're playing on Sunday afternoon against the bloody hell. I think it was the Sharks. That's right, the Sharks. Sorry, guys, keep forgetting. We're playing the Sharks on Sunday, so yeah, tune in for that one. I'll do a review for that game, and yeah, make sure you tune in for more videos. But thanks, guys, for watching, and yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe for those in Sydney. Stay safe to everyone else as well. So yeah, see you guys soon for another one. Thanks for watching.